The mirror match. Tatyova, Benthic Druid versus Tatyova, Benthic Druid. I'm going to keep this because of the brainstorm. We don't really have anything else going on, but I'm hoping that we can get into some ramp on the top 3 cards of our library, especially considering that our opponent has just gotten into a Birds of Paradise. Yeah, we'll do it this turn just in case our opponent has counter magic. Okay, that is Beast Within and Azusa, so we'll put Bane and Gush on top. And then we can throw it back over to our opponent with a full grip. Yeah, Azusa is going to really help us if we can have it land. And that's going to be really good. She is a creature that allows us to make 2 additional land drops a turn. So we'll just go for... Oh, and our opponent gets into their own Azusa. So out racing us here thanks to that Birds of Paradise. But they only have 2 cards left in hand. They can, however, get down their Tatyova right now. Okay, Oracle of Muldiah doesn't reveal a land, thankfully. Alright, and down comes our Azusa. And then we can... Yeah, I think we can Gush here. We'll bounce these 2 islands, because we can just replay them next turn. Most likely seeing our opponent's Tatyova come down here, and we certainly are. Oh, they're getting to Sower of Temptation, which means that they could take our Tatyova and kill it. They can only have control of one Tatyova at a time because of the legendary rule. And thankfully... Oh, okay, they're just getting into Botlot. I'm never that lucky myself with Oracle of Muldiah, but looks like they are running Eldrazi. Okay, Ramunap Excavator isn't going to help us without a fetch in play. So let's go for these, and then I think we have to try and slow things down a little bit here. So let's grab ourselves a Thought Vessel. And then we'll go in for Beast Within on the Azusa. Because if they're going to get into a bunch of lands off the top of their library like that, then yeah, we're just going to have to draw that to a close as best we can. It might already be too late. Okay, I was trying to keep Summoning Sickness off the Beast, but we'll just have to let them swing in with the 3/3 Beast during their turn. Luckily we have Ramunap, so we can grab that land back if we want to. Okay, Nature's Law will get our opponent a card draw and a land into play. Okay, Field of Ruin gets our Command Beacon, which we can get back with the Ramunap, thankfully. And down comes a Seedborn Muse for our opponent. Better than... I'd rather that than the Prophet of Krufix. Okay, 7 cards in our opponent's hand. I have to imagine they have counter magic in hand, but we will at least attempt a Ramunap Excavator. And then we'll replay our lands that our opponent blew up. And we know that our opponent has a Sower of Temptation as well. Well, we can afford to play Tatyova again next turn if we want to. And we also have the Command Beacon little trick to do. As long as we have Ramunap in play, we can sacrifice this to get Tatyova out of the command zone and into our hand, and then just replay the Command Beacon straight away from our graveyard. So even if they do decide to use the Sower of Temptation, it looks like they're just going for Eye of Ugin here, maybe? Nope, they're going for Whir of Invention. A lightning fast start our opponent's gotten off to here. And I don't think we have any hope in winning this game, but I am just going to play it out to show you how just how lightning fast Tatyova can be. And Helm of the Host is at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of the equipped creature, except it is not legendary. And so our opponent can have as many copies of Tatyova off the Helm of the Host as they want. And that basically means that every land drop will draw them 2 cards and gain them 2 life. Oh, and the Sword of Temptation's on top of the library. I thought they'd drawn into that. And the Wilderness Reclamation coming down. At the beginning of your end step, untap all lands you control. Not really any point in that when you've got Seedborn Muse, I don't think. Oh no, it's at, yeah, Seedborn Muse untaps during each other player's untap step, and the Wilderness does it at the end of your turn, so it's just more untap triggers. If you can get things down at instant speed, then Eldritch Evolution onto the Muldrifter while its evoke triggers on the stack, so they can go for something that is 5 or below here. Oh no, 6 or below. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, Muldrifter CMC is 5. They went for the Eldritch Evolution, which means they could then go in for a Dream Eater. And they decide to bounce our Tatyova. And they'll still draw the 2 cards from Muldrifter. And then Cultivate will get another land into play, which will draw our opponent a couple of cards and gain them 2 life, thanks to both their Tatyovas. Now, if our opponent keeps refusing to swing in and just keeps toying around, then I am just going to quit this game, but I will probably show it all to you anyway because of just how lightning fast this deck's been, how lightning fast this entire game has been. Ours is, we can get some pretty obnoxious starts off ourselves, but it's a bit more of a fair build, our Tatyova one. And this seems to be a very, very finely tuned Tatyova deck. And there's the Sword of Temptation. Don't know what they're going to take with that. They're going to take our Azusa. We can get down Jace the Mind Sculptor here and bounce the Azusa back to our hand. Okay, and they go for Hour of Promise. So they're getting even more stuff from their deck onto the battlefield. I think this is a couple of lands, is it? Where's that gone? Hour of Promise, 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped. And then they get to draw a couple of cards and gain a couple of life per land. We go for Misty Rainforest, which will draw us into another land. And we'll go for Jace the Mind Sculptor. We will bounce our own Azusa. And then we will pass the turn at that and hope that our opponent actually starts to take the game a bit more seriously instead of just showboating around. Okay, they've taken control of Jace the Mind Sculptor with Imbolus's Clutches. We knew they had that because it was on top of their library. And then Harrow, yeah, just trying to draw more cards. I don't know what the plan is here. I mean, how much damage do they have? They'll get a Tatyova copy at the beginning of combat that has haste, so that'll be 6, 9, 10, 11, 15, 17, 22. Yeah, so a couple of swings in and they'll have us. So I'd rather they didn't mess around like this too much. I always want to give people the satisfaction of, yeah, okay, they're just ramping even more, so I am just going to quit here. I wanted to get you all a good Tatyova game, and, well, I suppose I did in a way, or at least my opponent did. Ours wasn't anywhere near as fast as that one. yeah, very, very finely tuned Tatyova deck there, and I hope you all enjoyed watching it. Might use this as a bit of bonus content, or may just be your regular video for the day, I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it either way. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.